y'all. Welcome back, I guess, to Games Done Blindfolded, our weekend hotfix special here at the GDQ hotfix. Now, we just saw a mind-blowing run of Celeste, like ridiculously amazing. And well, I thought after all that, I should cool down by playing some blindfolded gaming for y'all. So this is Plants vs. Zombies. You might notice that this is a little bit of a different screen than what you'd get when you boot up the game on your own PC. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we are here to play the first world with you all, completely blindfolded. Now I have two wonderful commentators with me. So if y'all would like to introduce yourselves.
Okay, hi, I'm Mark C. I'm here to help tell the audience about what we'll be doing here today, and I'm joined by the lovely introduce your name here.
Hi, I'm Laurie D. Bunnyheads, and I have played this game.
You've speedran it. Laurie.
I have done 3 runs of all mini games, which is a really fun category.
Oh wait, I speedran it 2 once.
Okay,
wow.
both of you.
Well, I kind of cheated on it, so I didn't submit it, but yeah.
Okay, we're not going to worry about all that.
You were there.
I know. Well, either way, how this is going to work is, since I'm normally the host of this show, but I'm also going to play a video game blindfolded, we're going to do a couple of sections where we unblindfold and I, look at chat and do some announcements and all that stuff. But we're going to mostly start with just the game, and you're going to be left with these two. So treat them nicely, chat. They're going to be great, I'm sure. So yeah, let's do a quick countdown. I will count this down, and then I'm going to deafen myself. I'll undeafen myself when we're taking those breaks. So y'all don't have to worry about that. And that'll be in 3, 2, 1, go.
So this is Plants vs. Zombies. The classic game by PopCap. I'm sure y'all are all familiar with it. This game has been on every console ever made. Is a very popular tower shooter game, tower defense game. That's not a genre. And we all love it. And we are specifically playing on the 360 version of this game. Laurie, would you like to explain why?
Yeah, so obviously the PC version may not only be the most popular version, but seem like the best one for speedrunning because, you have the mouse, you can move your mouse really fast. But in a blindfolded setting, we've been talking all day about regulating movement. And that's not easy to do with a cursor. Not with a mouse cursor, rather. On the console version, not only do you move on a grid with the plant tiles, which speedrunners are very familiar with the 9 columns you get in this game, but you're also noticing that the sun is drawing itself towards the cursor. This is because on the console versions of the game, the left trigger actually just pulls any sun falling from the sky or sprouted from sunflowers towards you. And that's going to make what would probably be the hardest part of playing this game blindfolded with a mouse, which is knowing when your sun spawns and where it spawns and picking it up, pretty trivial, because pretty much Satan's just going to be like pressing the left trigger a bunch, and is going to have access to all the sun she ever needs.
Oh yeah, it's funny too. Like this tech, since she's a PC player of the Plants vs. Zombies game, we were actually not aware of this when she was first routing this out and learning this run too. We had a chatter come in and be like, hey, by the way, you can just hold the trigger button to grab the sun instead of having to like swipe all around to try to get it. It was just immediate like that. That completely changed this run and made this far more consistent than we had before, just because we could spend more time focusing on what actually matters here, which is defeating the zombies. We need that sun, of course, to be able to plant our plants, and we'll explain more about the interesting mechanics of how we can figure out where the plants are and where the zombies are as we fully unlock the yard here. To begin, sound cues are oh so important in this game. We have the rustle of like the zombies coming through. We have the zombies make a groaning sound when they spawn in too. And certain types of zombies that have like, different attire, like the cone head or the bucket heads we'll see later as well, have specific sound effects that allow us to know when they're getting hit in the first place and what we're hitting to. This is all very important because this game revolves around a concept called the 50% rule, which I will also let Lori explain. I know what it is, but I think Lori explains it better than I do.
So pretty much the 50% rule is the way that kind of speedrunning this game happens, because you would think that in this game, it's just kind of like, okay, you kill the zombies, more show up, but like, is there a way to get them to spawn faster? Yes, and that is dealing damage to them. Every wave has its own HP that it uses to spawn zombies. So, like, you know, it takes 1 HP to spawn a standard zombie. It may take more to spawn special kinds of zombies that we're going to see later. And the idea is that once it technically rolls a number between 35 and 50%, but once it rolls that number, and once that percent of the wave's HP is gone, it will spawn the next wave of zombies. If you're familiar with this game and its huge wave of zombies is approaching, and the progress bar on the bottom right, the huge wave of zombies will always be wave 10. And if there are multiple huge waves, it will always be multiples of 10. So the idea behind the 50% rule is just that if you damage the zombies faster, the next waves will spawn faster. You will always have to fully take out the wave before a huge wave. So like the wave before this one, we had to wait for the zombies to get taken out completely. So that's one of the biggest exceptions, as well as the final wave, where, as you can see here, we need to, you know, finish off all the zombies to go to the next level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we also saw an early example of what's called mower manip, which is where if the zombies make it all the way to the end, there is a lawnmower that's a last line of defense to prevent them from getting into the house and you losing the game. The game actually has a bit of a grace period when a row has had the lawnmower go across it, where they won't send zombies out for like a couple waves or so in order to let the player have a chance to rebuild that row, since typically the zombies have to get all the way through the plants in that row to get to the lawnmower.
I think it's 2 waves, yeah.
Yeah, 2 waves. Mm-hmm. I think in that last instance as well, we actually saw that take effect where no zombies spawned in the middle row too, as a result of that. So they were all stacked on the top and bottom, which is where she was putting all the pea shooters in the first place.
Yeah. And so as we get into level 1 to 3, you'll see kind of a strategy that we've been with the audio cues especially. Satan's big maneuver right now, while we still only have 3 rows to try and figure out where the zombies are to place a sunflower at the very start of one of the rows. And that way, if we hear crunching immediately, like Satan is about to, hey, we know where the zombie is probably. Now, does she have enough sun to plant a pea shooter to stop it? No, but we're trying.
Nah, there we go.
And at this point, with every row protected, there shouldn't be anything in this level like too wild, but
yeah, this is relatively straightforward, similar to the last one as well. Like the main thing here is that we just get the cherry bomb, which is going to allow us to very quickly take out that last wave at the end, since it has a area effect where it can hit everything in the surrounding rows and columns. And then let me take a moment to look in my notes to see what else we can talk about. Laura Shigahara.
Oh yeah, she did like all the sound and music for this game pretty much. So all the cool stuff about like using the dynamic music to figure out how far in the stage we are, and like all the sound effects to know what zombies we're hitting and where, that's her. Big shout outs to her. The sound in this game is phenomenal.
Yeah, she did not get the proper recognition that she deserves for this game, nor any of the royalties for this work as well. So absolutely go check out her music on YouTube. She is wonderful. She deserves it.
Is that gonna kill? Okay, wow, nice.
Chat, I have a fun question for you. I got a little bit of a trivia fact that we're gonna run right now too. Would anybody in chat like to take a guess? How many frames does this game run at? I'm sure you know, Lori, but I'm curious to see what chat might guess.
I mean, I see the part of the notes that you're looking at.
Yeah. Shout out to Satan for being thorough. And with that, we got the walnut. And that's going to be... Do we even use it? Like, hold on. We probably use it. And welcome into 5 rows. We got, all right, 20 frames, 30 frames, 24, 60, 69, 30, 21. Nobody is right yet.
So in 1-4, the walnut is not going to be very useful right now. There are some times where it's good, but it's just like, especially with 5 rows where we don't know where the plants are or where the zombies are immediately, we're very much trying to just get basic defenses down. And compared to like a casual playthrough or a visual speedrun, I guess, we don't get as much sun as we might like. In speedruns of this game, you plant a lot of sunflowers, so we're not quite going to get that.
This was a diabolical question to ask. Nobody is still right. I'm gonna go to the end of this level just in case somebody like susses it out at the end. But yeah, this is. It's like some people are getting closer, but it's like it's a fun number.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, we have 2 mowers or 2 zombies in this undefended row, so that's probably gonna hit the mower. But as we talk about the method here, you might think there's potential in a run like this where you might want to just like start sacking 1 row because you can just defend it really well. But there's actually another mechanic similar to the manipulating of lawnmowers that I want to talk about, that kind of, we call it spawn manipulation, but manipulation is a little fancy for what it is. It's pretty much just basically the idea that that wave health I mentioned earlier, where the wave spends more points on higher powered zombies. The game has this general idea where the more points spent on 1 row of zombies in 1 wave, the game is going to be like less inclined to spend a lot of points on that row in the next wave. So like this cone head in row 2 here, immediately we have 3 zombies spawn and suddenly none of them are back in row 2.
Also, I'd just like to say we have a winner. It is indeed 100 frames per second is what this runs at. Thanks, PopCap. Also, I was going to say capitalism truly has its finger in every pie. Even Plants vs. Zombies is not safe.
Dang.
Well, let's see. Where is she going to put that cherry bomb? Okay.
Gets one of the cone heads in that, which, yeah, that is probably... I mean, in a cherry bomb situation, you never want to see it on the edges. You always want to see it in one of the middles so that you get 3 rows instead of 2. But, I mean, cherry bombing, row 4 was the most dangerous one there. So, yeah. Very lucky to get that. And then here is a little scripted use of the shovel. This is a part where, say you just have to memorize where these 3 pea shooters spawn to navigate to them.
Oh yeah. This is a useful item for our purposes too. Not that we'll be using this level because we're at walnut bowling. That's right. We have walnuts and we're bowling them at the zombies. She is not in the right column. She's now in the right column. Okay. So, okay, there's 2 types of movement as well that you can do on this grid. You have access to the analog stick, which allows you to freely move around, like 360 movement, etc. But you also have the D-pad, which does allow you to snap to each cell in the columns and rows too for more precise movement there. Can't tell you why she was all the way to the right, but I'm sure there's some manip that I am not smart enough or as informed enough to understand.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a really good explosion.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea here is just kind of to go down row by row and listen to if you get zombie hits or not. It's not very complicated.
Nope.
The main idea, if you can keep track of what row you're in, which you can do by just like going to one of the edges a lot, as more zombies spawn throughout Walnut Bowling, there kind of becomes a better meta for where you want to throw your walnuts in order to like get as many bounces as possible and take out as many zombies at the same time. This is potentially pretty scary. We're getting a mower hit here, but I think it's late enough in the level. Yeah, it's late enough in the level that mower manip is actually not going to spawn zombies in that top row. So despite how scary it looks and how many zombies are still approaching, yeah, no, nothing's spawning in that top row because of mower manip, like we mentioned. So this is actually completely safe and completely winning. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take to bowl down the zombies versus how long we're probably just waiting for them to walk to the mowers.
Let's go.
In all honesty.
Really doesn't like that middle row. Although this works out really well because now we just have that last lawnmower. It's just gonna gently clean them up. Or it looked intentional, TBH? Probably.
Probably.
Now we got a potato. Yeah, with that, we will be returning to the regular. Oh, hi, Satan. Hi. Pause.
I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. That was funny.
It was.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, first of all, hi. Hope everybody is doing well.
Hi.
Looks like we're on pace. Second of all, I'm currently ahead of PB right now, which is the world record as well by about 12-ish seconds. So will that keep up? Who knows? But either way, also just wanted to remind chat that GDQ is going to return to PAX East from March 26th through the 29th. You can visit east.paxsite.com to find out more about the show, or use !PAX and Twitch chat for more info. So if you want to see in-person speedruns, that is the next time we are going to be doing that. And also, GDQ Hotfix will be showing transgender speedrunners in our second annual International Transgender Day of Visibility celebration on March 21st and 22nd. Run submissions are open from now until March 1st. So use !TDOV in chat to learn more. So yeah, a little announcements break. How are y'all
I
doing?
love trans people.
True.
We're having a
Trans
great
rates.
time.
I like plants.
Chat guessing numbers.
We like plants? Yeah. Why? What numbers are chat guessing? Am I allowed to
How
know?
many frames per second this game runs at? Do you know the answer?
I do. Of course I do. Do
Well,
we
they
want
already
to
guessed
reveal?
it, so yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's 100 frames per second because, I don't know, PopCap in 2009. They did
Well, there
that
are
for
so
a lot
many
of other
games.
too.
Demand.
There's so many games that run their in-game timers to the 100th place, and then they're not even at 100 frames per second. Like, hello? What are you doing? That's not accurate.
Right. Wait a minute.
No, that's real. That's real, though.
You're so smart.
All right, well, y'all can keep having fun. I'm going to go back away for a little while.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So we're going to go ahead and restart in 3. Wait. I've got to have Discord up also. Okay, now 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. And we are back in action. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So if you just noticed that zombie preview, you might notice something that is probably very scary. And that is the javelin, or the pole vaulting zombie. I just saw a stick. The pole vaulter. Yeah, so vaulters are probably, since we're only going through the day stages, vaulters are probably one of the scariest things we're going to see. They move faster and can jump over a plant, which means that we're not going to have as much time to kill them. We're not going to have as much time to kill them, and also if they jump over an attacking plant, things can be bad. So the idea is to be scared.
Yeah, I'm scared.
It's scary. But the main idea is going to be that our strategy of an audio cue by placing a sunflower in the very front column is probably not going to stop 1 second into the level like it has been previously. Because that can be a really way to just like stop vaulters at the source. The unfortunate side effect of that is, as you can see, if a normal zombie spawns there, it's getting eaten.
Yeah.
So
really only so much we can do about this. Ultimately, this level is entirely like, can we suss out the vaulter in time to be able to handle it? There will be a guaranteed vaulter coming about now. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I think this is wave 6. And that's something that to point out. Usually if a stage introduces like a new zombie in it, stage 6 or wave 6 of that stage will be where it shows up. There's one more new zombie later on that we're going to have to introduce. And that one follows the same theme. Here we had our guaranteed vaulter spawn, but now we're at the point where they're just gonna kind of spawn if they want.
Yeah, we'll be getting another one at the end here, so we're really hoping to not see it going into that first or third row.
Yeah, if there's
really we end up
lawnmower
with a cherry bomb, but we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually one in wave 6, one guaranteed in the final wave. And in between those two times, it can just spawn randomly.
Yep.
We have another vaulter on the bottom row here.
Vaulter.
At this point, with the amount of like... Oh, actually, if she places the pea shooter down here, it's just kind of fine. Yeah, at this point, with the zombie strength in this level, having 2 pea shooters down in every row pretty much means things should be fine. The only scary part should be the last wave where, you know, zombies body block each other. If one row is particularly nasty, it might be scary, but you're seeing a little tech here to help Satan navigate her plants a little, and it is called shovel tapping. So we unlocked the shovel at the end of 1-4, and we weren't really able to use it in Walnut Bowling. But you might notice this little icon. That was a really good cherry bomb. You might notice this little icon popping up on the plants occasionally. And the main reason for that is just because in the console version, you have to hold the B button for like a second or so in order to like use the shovel. So if you just like tap the button, you'll hear the sound of like the shovel winding up its dig, but it won't actually dig up the plant. And you can use that to kind of navigate your plants a little bit more precisely than just like going off of the grid. And it allows you to know if a plant is there, because sometimes you'll think a plant is somewhere and it's not. And like you can go to the corner of the yard and then like go somewhere precisely with the D-pad and have an idea of where you are, but like you might... This allows you to check if there's a plant there more actively, which kind of gives you a little bit more information on each row than you got before we had the shovel.
Oh yeah, no, this is absolutely essential part of the toolkit here. The most difficult thing I would say about this run, besides just reacting to how the zombies are actually spawning in, is keeping track of your plants. We have a limited amount of resource, that's sun, to be actually placing them out, and we have to not only keep track of where the plants are located, but also the mowers, where the mower might have last just gone off to, what kind of zombies are coming up as well. There is a ton going on in any given moment that just needs to be accounted for. That shovel really helps just to be able to normalize and ensure that things are done correctly. Because otherwise, before that moment, fortunately, we get the shovel early enough that it's not a huge deal about this. But the only other way to figure out if there's a plant there is to try to plant another plant on top of it. So without the shovel, be pretty tough.
Yeah. And at this point, we're having pretty good luck with every row almost being covered. There we go. The only one not covered right now does not have a zombie in this wave. So the idea here is once every row gets its baseline reinforcement down, we are going to start planting our new plant that we got, the snow pea. And the snow pea is not usually used in a speedrun setting. Slowing down the zombies is a really nice effect, obviously, and casual players like it a lot. I like it a lot. But in a speedrun setting, it can really mess with like the perception of who you're dealing damage to at times. So a lot of speedrunners don't like it. But in a blindfolded context, the most important thing you can do is survive a wave.
Oh yeah, and the snow pea is so important as well for taking care of these vaulters, especially into the later waves, since those tend to get ahead of the pack, especially when we get a lot of zombies going in one row. We have that body blocking Lori mentioned earlier too that we have to contend with, and anything that allows the vaulters to get slowed down so that once they're in the front, they can actually be taken care of is really going to help a lot once we have several of them we're having to deal with near the end of the first stage of this game. I will say too, the blindfolded run of this game does extend beyond day. Satan has practiced and is currently trying to learn how to do the rest of the stages beyond this blindfolded. They are more difficult in many ways. There are an additional row, the 6th row you eventually get as well once you hit the pool levels, as well as just having to contend with zombies going all over the place. They're not necessarily going at you in a straight line anymore. So it is more difficult, but she is working on it. On top of that, the speed run for this game too, when we're not necessarily doing it blindfolded, I think it's really cool. I did a tech check for her back in 2024 when I first met her for this game, and my first thought, as well as many chat also had, was, wow, how do you speed run Plants vs. Zombies? It's an auto scroller, is it not? The 50% rule is what makes this run as viable as it is as a speedrun and as interesting as it is too. There are so many little things that you can do to help speed up the waves as they're going through them, and to help set up for later waves to be able to like immediately get through them with the instant plants like the cherry bomb as well, that make it a really tense and really difficult run. It's not only got a lot of RNG in it too, but there's so much micromanagement that you're having to do at any given moment that it is a prestigious title to be in the top 10, let alone the top 3 of this category, or any run in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my laundry is done.
Oh, yay.
Hey.
But yeah, we're starting to see the snow peas come out, and like I said, in a blindfolded run where we're trying to just like survive, they're really helpful.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Another thing to note about the snow peas is that there is a distinct audio cue. Visual cues don't matter right now. But here. Okay, yeah. I tried to not talk over it, but there is a distinct audio cue when a zombie gets frozen for the first time. And so that's actually really helpful as another cue, because you know, if we know that a zombie just got frozen, that means it's probably a new zombie. And that means we know things are spawning. But at this point, the lawn is very well defended.
Do you think zombie meat makes for like a good fertilizer? I'm wondering if that's where the plants get their powers from.
I don't think so.
Chat, let's have a discussion. Zombie meat, is it fertilized, or all right, end of level 7, last wave. Let's move on from that.
Yep, good cherry bomb.
Great cherry bomb.
Also, something I haven't explained about this game, if you like haven't played this game, or don't know too much about it, plant cooldowns are important. The reason the cherry bomb is really strong, the reason why we don't plant it every 5 seconds is because, well, we can't. Once you plant the cherry bomb, it's on like a 45-second cooldown, maybe a lot longer.
Something like
I don't remember the
It's
exact
so
number.
long.
It's very long. We would love to spam it, but we can't. However, something to point out is the Chomper is a new plant we just got, and it is a plant that casually does not have a very good reputation, but speedrunners love this plant. In Blindfolded, we somewhat see why, but with how much time we need to make sure we're setting everything up, we don't always see it. But the idea behind Chompers is, you know how I just explained that cherry bombs take really long to recharge? Chomper is notably one of the only plants in the game, I think the only plant in the game, to be an instant, which just means it's instant kill, while also having a short cooldown. So if you have a lot of sun, you can just plant a lot of Chompers to instant kill things.
Unironically, that tech issue was not due to anything we have here. It was due to the server that I was on through OBS. I'm just going to let y'all in on that. We changed the server. It's all good. So expect no issues throughout the rest of the run, I hope. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and re-unmute and deafen myself and all that good stuff. So I will see y'all later. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Dude, I just realized the sock I'm wearing is not my sock. I don't know whose sock this is.
Thanks for waiting to tell us that.
I just realized. This might be Venusaur's sock.
Vane, if you're watching, Marcy might have one of your socks.
But so the video game. So something that we neglected to mention so far, getting into 1-8, due to everything happening. But 1-8 introduces more scary zombies. This is the last new zombie type we're going to be seeing in the run. If you thought the pole vaulters were scary for Blindfolded, wait until you hear about bucketheads. If you've ever played...
Guitar Hero.
Yeah, if you've ever played Guitar Hero 2, you might be like, buckethead's awesome, what are you talking about? But if you've ever played Plants vs. Zombies, you probably understand why we're scared of the bucketheads. They just have an obscene amount of health, and breaking through them is very difficult. So we're really hoping that we get the buckethead to spawn on a row or just an area that's generally already very well guarded, or where we pretty much already well know where it is.
I feel
Right now we have 4 of the rows at least guarded, but we'll probably need the buckethead row pretty extra guarded.
Oh yeah.
To figure out where it is.
Fortunately, the buckethead does have one of the most
There it is.
distinct like sounds in the game with regards to it, like the audio cue of smacking in the head. So that does help us to like know when it's coming.
It's also about to get run over.
Oh, it's about to get smushed. Oh my goodness.
That's pretty good, but Satan needs to realize that this row 3 is completely unprotected, or we might be in danger.
I feel like the amount of like metal zombies we kill in this game, we could like melt down their accessories and make like a plane from it, you know? There's a lot.
And fly into a realm where no zombie can reach us.
We can go to the zombie sky palace where they come from. I don't know where I'm going with this one.
I didn't play PvZ 2. You might be right.
It's the power. I'm gonna go change my sock. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. So yeah, now at this point, despite a few scary mower situations,
So warm.
we do have every row in a fairly good defensive state. So hopefully we're going to be seeing the snow peas come out soon. It looks like with how long zombies are taking to spawn right now, this is currently wave 9. So we are about to jump into our final wave of the level, which means another buckethead. We need to figure out where that is once again. But with this being a final wave, we do have a cherry bomb available to us once we get enough sun. So the hope is that it blows up. But Satan is instead opting to go a little bit of a safer route, just kind of planting more pea shooters. Although at this point, okay, there we go. Seems like she's setting up for it. Does she know where it is? Is it too far back? It is not.
Yeah, look at her. What a gamer.
But now it is time for 1-9. This is the last standard level of the run, which means it's definitely one of the scariest levels of the run. If you have experienced this game in any way before, you are probably very saddened by us not taking the pea shooter. But with the complexity of the blindfolded setup and our needing to get defenses up as fast as possible, the repeater just takes too much sun. It's just too expensive.
Sorry to like get off on tangents about like, you know, the way this works, but
fine.
like I assume like you must have gone to your neighbors and just been like, please, I need your lawnmower. Don't ask me why. I'll return it. It'll be fine. Like, why do we have 5? We have a fleet of lawnmowers. The IRS would say that we had to do actual expenses claiming these things, you know? There's too many. There's a joke for like 2 people in chat. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. And for somebody just coming in asking how she knows where the zombies are, well, using the triggers of the Xbox controller, she knows she has only planted 1 pea shooter at that time on this bottom. By the time that zombie on the bottom row spawned, she had only planted 1 pea shooter. And hey, she can hear the sound of a pea shooter firing and hitting a zombie, which means we might have a good guess what that one is. Generally, though, that is the biggest challenge of this of blindfolded playing this game, especially as we get into later levels with more rows. Is that we're not always going to know what rows the zombies are on. So the goal is just to try and use systems to make sure every row is defended without too much hassle. And this level is kind of the ultimate test of that. It's our second 2 checkpoint level, which means it has 20 waves of zombies, and it's going to include every zombie we've seen so far. So we're going to have to deal with pole vaulters and bucketheads on the same stage.
You think the zombies have gender?
I don't know.
I was trying to think like, are there any like, obviously, you know, a woman is like such a nebulous term that like we can't just necessarily look at a zombie and go like, ah, that is or isn't, etc. But I'm trying to think if there's any zombies in this game that have like obvious gender stereotypical markers to them.
I don't think so.
Yeah. But it's transitive visibility, so.
This fourth row is still completely unguarded, and a conehead is coming down.
Yeah,
if she realizes this and plants a pea shooter right now in that row, we might be good, but I think it's a struggle.
Chat, this might be cooked. Why am I being added? What did I say?
Yeah, so this is bad. This is what we call bad. I don't know what she does and doesn't know.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so she's about to learn that there is a zombie there.
I think she does not think that this is the row where the lawnmower went off.
I think it's very likely. Please just cherry bomb it for the.
Please chomper it or cherry bomber it right now.
Just do something, anything.
It's over. It's not. It's not happening. Nope.
Oh no.
Bad news, everybody.
Uh oh. I feel like since this is a blindfolded run, the zombies should also have to wear blindfolds.
Well, they just go in a straight line. It's not very difficult for them.
Oh god, she's got AirPods and she can't hear us. Help. Yeah, that face bomb's just like, yep. That was a little unlucky. Unfortunately, that just kind of happens. It's tough to manage all of this. And again, there aren't specific sound cues to denote like which row the lawnmower went through or like what kind of zombies are there unless you have things attacking them, for instance. So unfortunately, this is just a consequence of how this run works. Up to this point, this being the first death as well, like this is the last like truly scary run or level in this run, I would say. She's been doing a fantastic job with this run so far. Like it's
Absolutely.
just a bit of dislucky. What is that? Lucky.
Bad luck?
Take a moment. Bad luck. Thank you. I forgot. Oh my goodness gracious. I miss coffee so much.
Okay, so now, because like here's the logic brain. She's about to hear a pea shooter get eaten, a non-pea shooter get eaten, but none of the pea shooters are firing. So if she recognizes where she's planted the pea shooters, which she hopefully should realize that this is not row 1 or 5. She should also recognize that it's not row 4 if she hasn't planted anything there yet. And using the D-pad to count where you planted is one of the easier things you can do. Whether you're like keeping track of it. Okay, we've defended our lawnmower row. Or our lawnmower-less row, rather.
Good question from chat too. How much of the game has been done successfully blindfolded? I wanna say she's gotten to at least pool. If not roof, I do not remember. But she's gotten way farther than you would expect to be possible because she's just that good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That is another mowerless row protected. At this point, this third row might also, or this fourth row, I guess, might be the third one to hit mower, which is really scary. Okay, so I think if she plants that, she's gonna know.
Yeah, I mean,
So what she's very potentially hearing and what she might be prepping for is the fact that she just heard the plant go down and like the travel time from pea to zombie was very short. Which if she was observant of that, lets her know that happened. And sure enough, yeah, that row is pretty quickly covered. So like, yeah, you gotta be thinking about like really, really everything in situations like that to know where to plant. And it's looking like we're getting to the point where rows are getting more and more protected.
Yeah, it's not the biggest deal in the world if we lose our mowers early, as long as she's able to keep track of like roughly where they are. Since so much of this is based around the sun economy that we have too, there's going to be some like slower moments where we're just kind of figuring out the zombies are down in those rows, we might lose the pea shooters, lose the mower, etc. That does give us time to build up the sun reservoir too, so we can start shoring up those defenses immediately. But yeah, like it's a little sus in the middle, but fortunately we tend to do cherry bombs in the middle anyways. So depending on where things are. So
yeah. At this point, we're getting to the point where almost every row has at least 2 pea shooters, which is what we really want. Because at this point, the scariest thing is just like special effect zombies getting in places we don't want them. Like we mentioned when 1.9 started, the first attempt of it at least, this stage is going to feature every zombie we've seen so far in the game, which means there's going to be a combo of, sure enough, pole vaulters and bucket heads in this stage. This wave only has a pole vaulter. It does not also have a bucket head, but the big concern at this point is not just simply defending a row, but if a row decides to spawn a lot of evil beings at once. Like a lot of our gimmickier, stronger zombies. Because that's where the defenses might get, like, backed up trying to deal enough damage.
Buckethead and Pole Vaulter feel like band names you would see in the lineup for Coachella and like their D studio or a stadium or something.
Buckethead and Pole Vaulter feels like a band I would have seen like as an opener when I saw Machine Girl live.
Yeah, it's like it's either that or it's a band your dad was really into and no one else had ever heard of.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But yeah, at this point, we're also getting a bunch of these snow peas pretty far up. But them being far up is not too bad, because a lot of these rows are actually really well defended, which means that like it won't take that long for zombies to die. The bucket heads might be a problem, but another thing that this means is that snow peas, as if it was going to be a problem, these guys are completely safe from the pole vaulters.
Yeah, this is, honestly, I feel pretty comfy in this situation. Like,
yeah, no, this is pretty good.
I think she should be able to know that the middle three mowers are the ones that have gone out, since she does have the ability to track things with the shovel. So ideally, she gets to the last wave here, chucks a cherry bomb down the middle, and then it doesn't really matter how slow it is. We'll be safe to get to the last level.
Yeah. I think the big thing at this point is like, if some combo of Buckethead and Vaulter make their way into row 4, that's where I'm the most scared. But even then, it's probably fine. And like you said, that's a row that I think is pretty likely to get caught in the cherry bomb that she's likely to do on the final wave.
I think ultimately, like, I don't think there's anything that can, unless we get like 2 Bucketheads in the same row, which I don't think is possible anyways at this point. We should be pretty set to get to the end here.
Yeah, it shouldn't be possible. Let's see, we have the Buckethead in row 2. Okay. Exploding. It works out. It's not going to be the fastest, but we're blindfolded, or she is at least. It looks like she is going to try and look for the Buckethead kill with the Chomper. Which, as I mentioned when we got the Chomper, it has a fast recharge time, so that is a really nice thing to have. Yeah, it looks like she's trying to find the Buckethead now.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to take enough damage to be finished off anyways, I would think at this point.
It might be,
yeah.
It should be fine.
It should be fine. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Okay, yeah, it's good.
We're good, yep.
Woo.
We're about to launch an all-out attack on Z House. Signed, the zombies. The zombies are French. I might have misread that. All right, last level. Lori, take it away.
All right, so this is another conveyor belt level, kind of like how we had a conveyor belt to spawn the walnuts on Walnut Bowling 1-5. However, this level actually gives us every single plant that we've been given up to this point, with the exception of sunflowers, since we don't need sun to plant them. The strategy of this level is going to be snaking, pretty much. Satan's going to start in the top left corner and just plant straight down, and then go to the right 1 column and keep planting until we hear a non-cherry bomb get planted. And the idea is that hopefully everything will be defended and good and chill and fine.
I believe.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm using the shovel tapping here to check that every row actually has a plant in it right now, and because we heard a lot of eating sounds, it was fairly safe to assume that maybe something got eaten, but we're currently fine.
Yeah.
This bottom row has no firepower currently, which is a little unfortunate. especially because things are starting to come in, but that's a good pea shooter there. The potato mines are unfortunately, once again, not going to be very useful here because it's very unlikely that they actually like stay in front for a very long time. But there's a good chance that, you know, a pole vaulter jumps in or something that survives really long, makes its way to a potato mine and it gets useful.
Yeah, heck,
Yeah, like-
that guy in particular.
Yeah, the idea is just that, like, if you hear a cherry bomb go off, you keep planting in that slot until it actually fills up with a plant.
Let's see.
That's a lot of stuff happening on the top row right now.
That top row is fine. That top row is doing like beginner strats right now.
Yeah, that top row is taking its time, but it's efficient right now.
That's right.
If she ends up placing the cherry bomb in the top row, I do pop off just a little bit.
Oh my gosh, that would be so hype. All right. That's gonna hit the.
It doesn't snag the bucket head.
Just outside of it.
I think this chomper. Oh wait, no, it's two zombies on that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that chomper is gonna eat one of them, and then the one behind it is gonna eat the other. So those two chompers are still living their best life. At this point, we're nearing the front of the stage. If Satan is aware of the fact that we're starting to plant in row 9, she will probably save it to like spam plants and hope we get something like cherry bombs at the top, at the front, like that. But for, yeah, as you can hear, the mashing sounds of trying to plant. All right. It also looks like she's just trying to find empty spaces to plant, which... Go up! Go up! Okay, wait, no, go forward first.
Go for. Well, that maybe helped.
Not really. Yeah, at this point, she's just trying to keep as many plants on screen as possible by just planting stuff to stall zombies. But outside of that top row, we're fairly lucky with just how much stuff has, like how much firepower a lot of these has, and backup defenses, and where stuff is spawning. So we should hopefully be good. We also still have not used any lawnmower like it would ever come to that at this point. We're
Top
it's
row has
fine.
the hungriest soldiers.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my lord, they are ready. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, those chompers are staring into the eyes of defeat, and they know what their mission is.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, move a little to the left and then cherry bomb right now. Dang it.
If we could just have this last a little bit longer, maybe we can have Mower Minute go all the way to the end.
I think it is likely to happen, honestly, which is good.
Yeah, we're on like wave 8 or 9 right now.
This potato's gonna double. Let's go.
Let's go. Just cherry bomb the top. Cherry bomb the top. You'll be a legend. You'll be a legend. No. No!
But yeah, no, thanks to the mower manipulation, like we mentioned, there's nothing gonna spawn up there in the final wave. So it's fine. It's okay.
Let's go! She won!
Well, I think she found where the mower went off.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah, time is going to be at the seed pickup at the end of this wave of zombies. Get rid of one of the bucket heads with that cherry bomb, and the other two are in the repeater zone.
They're in the torment zone, the repeater nexus.
They're in the nexus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, time is going to be when that zombie dies, pretty much. And
Grab it.
time.
Let's go.
Let's go.
One.
That was the very funny final stage.
That was really something.
Okay, now I'm on.
Great
Hi.
question. Hi.
How are y'all?
Having a great time, let me tell you.
110 is sillier.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very much.
Especially the way it was played. You'll see it in the run back.
I'm sure I will. I mean, I know my first row just got no shooting anything and just got decimated.
No.
So.
You had your hungriest soldiers ready to go.
They were chomping.
You had your bucketheads in the torment nexus.
The torment nexus. Oh my lord. Okay. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. And thank you, Lori and Marcy, for commentating. I can't wait to watch that back. I'm sure it was very interesting. I can't believe that I didn't hear the mower go off in 1.9 when I had.
Oh, you didn't hear it? Oh.
I didn't hear it. Yep, that's why I thought that we just had really weird RNG and had gotten pretty late in the level without a zombie getting there.
I think we thought that you just thought it was in a different row.
No, I was keeping track of that fine. It was just that I didn't hear the mower go off at the right time. So that's okay. Either way, though, it worked out. The 1.8 was clutch, I think, at the end. I think with the buckethead cherry bomb. So I'm pretty happy with that run. Sub 50 is solid. My world record is like a 44-47, so that's pretty close to world record with a mid-level loss as well. So that would have been about record pace without that. So pretty happy with that. Yeah, if y'all want to do your shout-outs, go ahead, and then I'll do mine.
Laura, you first.
Yeah, you can catch me on Blue Sky at Lori D. Bunnykins and Twitch at Lori D. Bunnykins. I talk about games and play them sometimes. I don't really have a specific thing I like to do. Just check me out if you like my vibe.
Heck yeah. And yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/Marksy, same spelling as on screen, as well as on Blue Sky, marksy.kaizo.gay. Love that URL. I haven't been streaming very often because I have a day job and I'm busy. So most of the times you'll catch me on Twitch, it's going to be on Satan's stream, where I'm generally being a menace in the background and she questions why she still associates with me.
Yeah.
For having me on.
That's definitely correct. So
also just want to say too, Lori and I will be at Fatales as well, doing our fish game run, Feeding Frenzy, the PopCap game. We're really excited for it. Lori, when was the last time you practiced?
When was PopCap for charity?
Yeah,
December.
That's all you need to know, chat. It's gonna.
We'll do it soon. The event is still a couple weeks out. I have time.
This is true.
This is probably the point in time where we should start.
I'm gonna go do my check after this. Yep.
Reminder for y'all to do all your things. Yeah. No, please come and watch Feeding Frenzy. That's going to be on Thursday of the Frost Fatales Marathon, which is it's the third to last run of the day, second to last run?
Third to last, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, these two are going to be racing. It's going to be super chaotic. I'll be on commentary. Definitely come back for that. It'll be really fun. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, I play a lot of PopCap games, including Plants vs. Zombies, on my own stream, which is Satan Isn't Herself on Twitch. I do sometimes blindfolded Plants vs. Zombies. I'm going to try to be ramping up more on that soon. I'm on the Peggle Knights Any Percent grind as well, and recently started Bookworm. I'll be speedrunning Portal at some point in the next month or so, once I finally get that ready. So lots going on the channel. Please do also come back tomorrow for more Games Done Blindfolded. We are not at all done. There are more speedruns tomorrow that are blindfolded. Everything from Kingdom Hearts to Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater to Hollow Knight Silk Song, and everything in between. So it's going to be a ridiculous time. I really, truly can't wait. But yeah, if you want to see what I'm about, Satan Isn't Herself on Twitch or Satan Herself on YouTube. I just put out a new PvZ Plants tier list video, which I'm very proud of that, actually. So go check that out.
Is it the best?
It's the pool and fog plants, because I did day and night before. You'll have to go watch it. It's good. Thank you for having me. Games Done Quick, of course. And yeah, thank you for letting me show this off. Once again, come back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. More Games Done Blindfolded coming to y'all very soon. And also stay tuned for Frost Fatales as well. Thanks for having me all, everybody. See you later, and stick around for the replay as well of today's runs.
Bye!